But from your perspective, like, are you working on an album, or are you just like?
Oh yeah, see, there's a couple of things that are gonna be coming out that, you know, I got this mixtape coming out, probably another one after that, and then the album. But yeah, I signed for an album. That's just gonna be coming out soon. Everything's pretty much done, dog. It's all done. It's just a matter of how the label wants to go about marketing and dropping and all that shit, you know?
For sure. Who'd you sign to?
I signed to Now and Forever.
Okay.
It's our Santa Ana music group.
Okay.
They're under Alamo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And so you're pretty stoked on that so far. As I've been kind of, because you like when you were talking about your manager and shit, you said that you really like the way that you're able to sort of just focus on the rapping, and he kind of gets you the business deals and the shows and all that kind of shit, right?
Yep. Hell yeah, I just do my thing, dog. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. I could definitely see you being, you know, one of the leaders in this world as it keeps going.
But see, okay, I don't want to be stuck in that Chicano rap category, but then when I hear shit like when Lefty's like, oh, I'm the best Chicano rapper, this
it makes you want to stand on your shit.
Then I'm like, nah, you got me f***ed up, fool, you know? Straight up.
Definitely. I feel like the one thing I would say, though, is that you and him, without even being necessarily super cool, can help each other like crazy, because the fans really will gravitate towards that sense of competition. But I think you guys are also in a situation where you don't necessarily have to make it some crazy violent type vibe. It could just be you guys both getting on a song. Like, just getting on a song is gonna make everybody stop and listen and pay attention.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know?
And I'm all for that. But then just when I'm like, you know what, that I'm gonna hit that foot, we're gonna get on the track. And then the next day I see that fool on a podcast like, oh, celebrity boxing, who would you fight with? Rowdy Rack's like, what? I'll beat you up, homie. This motherfucker, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I know that fool, he gets on podcasts and just says like all kinds of shit on me, so it's just like, whatever, dog, you know?
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I think everybody out there should definitely tune in, because I feel like you're definitely probably one of the biggest talents coming out of Southern California right now, man.
I got they should, man, just dropped a couple singles. I got that Lifestyle with the homie Jamori. That shit's hot. I'm about to drop another single with G Perico.
Oh, that's dope.
That shit's gonna be hard.
How'd you tap in with him?
Through my managers and shit. That they actually asked me like, who would you want to work with, you know, if you could pick anybody, you know? And I was like, man, it sucks that Nip passed away, because definitely was looking forward to trying to get on the track with him, you know what I mean? Because he spits that real shit like I do, I mean, you know? But if I had to pick right now, I'd probably pick G Perico, because that's who I bump. Like, I bump music that I can relate to, you know what I mean? Even though he's a Crip and I'm a Southsider, he's talking about shit that I'm into, you know what I mean? So, boom, within 2 weeks, that shit was done. They go, what? Say less. They got it. They made it happen for me, and I was just like, hell yeah. Like, really excited about it. Jumped on the track, did my thing. He did his thing. That shit's hard. You know, that shit's gonna be coming out. It's just gonna be hard. I got a bunch of other features coming up. We're gonna try to lock in Sugar Free. I'm gonna try to get a couple of other West Coast legends to really f with me, you know what I mean? Because I could rap with them. I could hang, you know what I mean?
That's dope. Yeah, because G Perico, I think that he's like the first LA street rapper that I ever interviewed, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, like 2017 or something like that. Like, that's kind of wild.
That fool's hard. Like, I f with that fool's music. But he's got that West Coast, that gangster shit, fool. That's what I'm spitting, you feel me?
But I mean, honestly, it's kind of, in terms of him getting as big as he could possibly get, it's kind of like a similar challenge with you. It's like, you could be a dope West Coast rapper, but how do you kind of rise above that and pop outside of that little world, you know?
When I met him, when we did the video, he pulled up to my spot. Nothing but my homies, my family, you know what I mean? Deep, he pulled up by himself. Hopped out, chilled. Even after the video, still kicked it with us right there, like, for a cool minute, you know what I mean? It's just real motherfuckers, dog. If you're a real motherfucker, Grove, if you're a real nigga and you're really about what you're about, you don't have nothing to prove to nobody. You don't gotta come and act like, oh, you know what I mean? You gotta act all super hard, or, you know, say exactly where you from or so. You ain't gotta be like that, dog. Motherfuckers know where you from. You got it blasted all over you. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be you. You know what I mean? And motherfuckers click like that. You know what I mean? So when I was chopping it up with him, like, what's up? How long you been rapping, fool? He's like, I've been rapping for like 20-something years. Like, what? Like, what? For real? He's like, yeah. I'm like, Matt, I wouldn't even have thought, because he just started blowing up like, what, 7, 8 years ago? I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, if I interviewed him 7 years ago, that means it took him 13 years of grinding before he even, I mean, probably did interviews before that, but
exactly.
like even got to that level.
But see, the thing is, what I respect about him is that he stayed true to himself, homie. He didn't go try to do some dumb shit on Instagram so he could blow up. You know what I mean? He just grinded and kept his shit, you know, focused on his music, making his shit quality music. And eventually he got to where he's popping. You know what I mean? He did that shit the right way, and I fuck with that. That's why even though, like, you know, there's certain ones my homies like, fool, you need to go fucking diss that fool Lefty and fucking so you can start blowing. Nah, fool, fuck that, dog. You know what I mean? As long as you're moving like this, you're going in the right direction, homie. You know what I mean? And if I start going downwards, then I'm gonna be like, okay, what do I gotta do to, you know, what do I gotta change or what? Right now I'm moving upwards. I feel no need to change anything. You know what I mean? Why change up my program if I'm going in the right direction?
No, I respect you standing on that shit and not just wanting to be for clout or whatever. Because I did an interview with this dude Rainwater, who was like Mo3's manager from Dallas, and he mentioned to me, and it kind of fucked me up because I've been thinking about it ever since. But he mentioned that when you look at what cities are considered poppin' music wise in America on some like street rap shit, is almost exclusively the cities that have a bunch of killing and that have big high profile beefs between rappers. Those are basically the cities that you would acknowledge are like popping or that like get attention and shit like that. Like beefing is the easiest possible way for you to get attention because it just happens naturally. You know, like literally anyone could make a song, any street rapper, whatever, could make a song about some guy who died on the other side of town, and it doesn't matter if you or your homies had anything to do with it, but if you make a song saying, ha ha, your homie got killed on this side of town, your video is going to do like 10 to 100 times as many views as all your other videos. Not you, but just anybody.
Crazy. Yeah, I know.
And that's fucked up. And that's like, I really respect anybody who will have that opportunity right in front of them, where you know that if you dropped a Lefty diss track tomorrow, it'll probably be your biggest song. But where does that push you? Where is that? What does that say about the long-term direction of your career?
And what does that say about me if we're not beefing like that? You know what I mean? If you're not beefing like that, it's like, that's fake, homie. That one thing about me, dog, I don't give a fuck what none of the comments say, or, you know, like, oh, he's a fake sureño because he says, nigga, homie, motherfuckers know me, dog. I'm a real motherfucker, dog. I got 4 prison terms under my belt. It's nothing to brag about. It's just part of my lifestyle, homie. Part of the life that I've lived. Part of the life that I'm still living, even though I'm trying to do something different. It's just part of my life, homie. You know what I mean? And if I ain't beefing it with you, what the fuck I look like doing a diss track? You know what I mean? That's why when they brought up that celebrity boxing shit, it's like, okay, first of all, we don't do that shit, homie, for everybody to see. You know what I mean? If we got an issue with, or, you know, we need to get something out of the way, we're gonna go handle that shit. Nobody's gonna be allowed to watch or fucking record or nothing. Nah, homie, we don't get down like that. That's not the way we get down, straight up. You know what I mean? So it's like, it kind of surprised me when he's all like, oh, Rowdy Racks or Whack 100. I'm like, what? Like, what the fuck you mean, homie? You know what I mean? But then it's like, I can't just, fight you just for a celebrity boxing match. Like, if we're gonna fight, if we have an issue, nigga, it's gonna be like, you can't just rap beef with me. Somebody diss me, it's gonna be on a cracking, fool. You know what I mean? Like, and then on another tip, it's like, man, bro, fools don't want to beef it with me, dog. Straight up, this shit gonna get real. You know what I mean? And even if it's rapping, like, I'll tear you apart on the mic, homie. Like, if I make a diss track about somebody, I'm gonna clown on that shit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, Lefty, when I went and listened to his music, I was impressed because I feel like he's somebody who, like, realistically, he would be viral as fuck even if the music was ass. But I feel like if he's gonna do battle with you, he's really gonna have to bring his A game because you're really spitting.
Yeah, no.
And he's only been out for a little while. I feel like you would definitely probably have to bring a different level of rapping out of him.
Nah, yeah, I slaughter him, homie. Nah, but I would, like, man, if circumstances were different, I wouldn't mind. I would actually enjoy being in the booth with that fool and you know, helping out fucking, you know, because when I'm in the booth with other artists, even other artists help me. Like, you know, we just we're vibing, you know what I mean? He's spitting this and I'm telling him, you should say it like this, or just, you know what I mean? Like, I definitely could we could both improve on a lot of shit, you know what I mean, together.
If you guys could agree to basically like do battle on a song together, even if you're not together, even if you just mail them the verse or whatever, and like there's somebody in between, like the producer or whoever, who could kind of like help put it together, that would be the illest shit. That would be so good for rap in general, / like your side of the rap world. Like that would be, I feel like that would definitely be like one of the best things that could happen.